We're here at the Fort Wine Company in Langley, BC, Fort Langley, BC, and I'm here with
Ken Diamond is my name. I'm one of the owners of Wagon Tours.
That's right, and his bus is made up to look like an old-fashioned wagon, covered wagon, right?
Covered wagon to go with Western theme and the heritage of our area with Surrey, Fort Langley, New Westminster.
Yeah, and you worked for a few years.
I was with been in the tourism industry in Vancouver for a number of years, both with Vancouver Trolley Company and Big Bus, doing hop-on, hop-off city tours. Originally from Montreal.
Okay.
Moved to Vancouver actually Surrey in 1978, and adopted this area as my home, and I've been here ever since. My wife is from New Westminster.
What area of Surrey were you in?
Well, I live in Fleetwood now.
Fleetwood. And when you first moved here, where did you live?
I was in the Wally area.
Wally, okay. Big changes.
Some big changes, some great changes too. We have a very progressive government in Surrey, and they're making a lot of good things happen.
Totally. And when we were on the bus earlier, you were telling a little bit about your ancestors and your wife's
It's kind of an odd story. My grandmother was a Fraser. Her name was Mary Fraser, and she was from Aberdeenshire in Scotland, which is the same village that Simon Fraser's parents came from. A lot of people think that Simon Fraser, I've heard it said he was the first European to lay eyes on this part of the country, the world. That's not entirely true. He came by land. He was one of the first to come by land. But actually, Simon Fraser was born in New York State.
Was he?
His mother and father were United Empire Loyalists, and when the American Revolution started, they tried to escape to Montreal.
Really?
But Simon Fraser's father was captured and imprisoned in Albany, New York, where he died. His mother made it to Montreal with Simon, and he was raised in Montreal by an uncle. In university, he teamed up with a fellow by the name of Jules Quesnel, who the City of Quesnel is named for.
Yes, I've been through there.
My wife, her mother is a Quesnel who grew up in the Lumbee area. And if you go into the graveyard in Lumbee, you'll find there's nothing but Quesnels, and it's all my wife's ancestors.
Wow.
So here we are a few generations later, married to each other when our ancestors were actually partners on the trek west to discover British Columbia.
That's quite a story, and now you're giving tours.
Yeah, and enjoy it. I started this after I retired, got involved in the tourism industry, and being a bit of a history buff myself, it's something that interests me, and I like passing on the information to other people.
And you wanted to feature a little bit more about this part of the area as opposed to
Definitely.
Vancouver.
There's a lot of history. Surrey is growing so fast, along with Langley and Abbotsford and all our area here in the valley. I think it should be exposed more, and people should get to know more about it. People come to Vancouver, they get to see Stanley Park and Granville Island, and they don't see anything outside of the city.
Very true.
My aim is to bring them out of the city of Vancouver into our area.
Very good.